And we are live. What's going on? It's Chris and Emily from LifterLMS, and you know what day it is. It's Feature Friday, now on Tuesday. Today we're going to get into a really kind of nuanced topic about staging sites and some notices you get inside of a learning management system website powered by LifterLMS if you are in staging, particularly around orders. And just to give you the high level before Emily dives into the demo, a staging site is essentially a copy of your main website where you can test updates, you can play around, develop new ideas, new web designs, and so on. But it's really important when you copy your website that's actually live and running, particularly with recurring subscription transactions, e-commerce happening. You don't want to copy that site and have the copy or the staging site continue to bill your clients who are on subscriptions, because they're going to get double billed and they'll be happy. They'll not be happy and they'll reach out to you and ask what's going on and ask for a refund. So LifterLMS has some code in it to detect when you create a staging site, and but sometimes that it ends up happening on your main site, or maybe you start using your staging site as your main site and you don't want to go back to the old site, and you need to turn that off. We're going to show you how all that works. We're going to talk high level about staging sites and how we're protecting you from not accidentally double billing your customers, and how to change the setting to enable or disable that feature of the billing being disabled on a staging site. Over to you, Emily.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Chris. So a lot of our users see this little staging button here in the back end of their dashboard next to orders. And what this means, like Chris said, is that recurring payments will not be processed. So if you have an access plan that charges people on a recurring basis, those won't go through. And so if we wanted to say, hey, this is our live website, I do want this staging to go away, I do want to be charging recurring payments, how we would do it is head to LifterLMS status. On the left-hand sidebar there, we can go to Tools and Utilities, and the first one on the list is Reset Automatic Payment Status. If I click this button here, it's going to give me a notification on my website that says, hey, it looks like you've installed Lifter on a staging site. Do you want to leave automatic payments disabled or enable automatic payments? When I click Enable Automatic Payments, you can see that message goes away, so now those recurring payments will process. And you can learn all about staging websites here on our documentation about why a staging site might be useful, or why you might want to create a copy of your website. Like Chris said, it might be a situation where there's a conflict or a plugin conflict, or support wants to troubleshoot something. If you're sending credentials to a company like LifterLMS, if you had a question or wanted to troubleshoot some kind of issue, the best way to do that is to create a staging website, make sure that staging website has staging mode turned on so that those recurring payments are not processing, double billing your customers, and then you could send that copy website to support teams to help you troubleshoot problems. That's usually our recommendation for why staging sites are most necessary. However, if you also wanted to test out a new sales page and design it in an environment that looks like your own, you could do that as well on a staging website without interfering with live data. And we have a few different documents describing kind of why you might want to use a staging site with LifterLMS. But yeah, I mean, does that sound good, Chris? I'm ready for the curveball if you are.
Yeah, and before we do the curveball, I just want to mention, because we get this question a lot, that LifterLMS does not count staging sites against your active sites that come with your license. So for example, if you have the Infinity bundle, you can use LifterLMS on an unlimited number of sites. If you have the Universe bundle, you can use LifterLMS on 5 sites. Let's say you have the Universe bundle and you have like 5 different LMS websites. If each of those have their own staging site, LifterLMS has a way to detect that and not count that against your 5 active site limits with that level of license. So staging sites, we encourage you to use them. You're not penalized for using them. So just wanted to put that out there. And just before the curveball, a couple of things about staging sites. One of the ways, in my opinion, you can detect the quality of a web hosting company that you're looking at using for your projects is that they have some kind of easy staging sites feature built into the hosting panel. So usually with one click, You can create a copy of your site as a staging site. You can test plugin updates. You can work on a new web design or some experimental thing you want to work on. WP Engine does a great job at this. I don't know, Emily, any other hosts you know that like have real easy staging site setups that make it easy to do?
Yeah, it's now commonplace in WordPress when testing updates to have staging sites. So I know SiteGround has that, Presidium has that. I think even like Bluehost has that, but a lot of website hosts will have this, but that's definitely one to check if they have that feature.
Awesome. And here comes the curveball. What might be an example, because we're big fans of staging sites, what might be an example that somebody would have, you know, one main website? In web design, we call it the production website, the live website that the public sees. But what might be an example where someone might be working on, let's say, 2 or even more staging sites for that website?
Oh yeah, why you might want to have multiple staging websites. I think my default reaction would be like, if I'm testing like some kind of bug or conflict that I see, I might send it to a couple of companies. I might create 2 staging websites and send each company access to one of the staging websites. I might do something interesting where if I'm hiring designers on a platform like the LifterLMS Experts program or Fiverr or Upwork, I could give each designer their own staging website and give them a chance to go away at it and see like which design comes back the best. Having the ability to create multiple copies of your website is really useful to give people. There's all kinds of circumstances: support, testing freelancers for design, testing custom development. If you have a staging website where you're developing a new course, but then you also have a staging website where a developer is helping you with some custom functionality, is designing a new product for you, they might need their own staging environment. So those are the ones that come to mind immediately for why you might want to have multiple.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, and here's one more I just thought of as we're talking here.
Yeah.
Let's say you're doing, you're a WordPress professional, or you're an LMS. You have like you're a curriculum provider and you're doing like sales demos for different people. You may want to copy your main site and do a demo with like their logo and stuff like that. So there's all kinds of reasons to be making copies of your website. And it used to be hard, but now the great web hosting companies out there have made it easy. Awesome. Well, that's it for this Feature Friday. Smash the like button, share it with your friends, use staging sites when you do big updates, and it's really the best way to get technical support from LifterLMS or any product company that wants to dig in and investigate whatever your issue is. They prefer to do that on a staging site, not in your live environment. Don't double bill your customers. LifterLMS is going to protect you from that. But if for some reason you do need to turn that feature off, we've showed you how. Thank you, Emily, for the great demo. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what demo you'd like for us to do for you next, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.